Tonight, live from Exhibition Place in Toronto, the Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences presents the 84 Juno Awards, honoring the best of the Canadian music industry. It's a gala year for the Junos, the 10th anniversary of this television spectacle. This year, we look back to honor some of the greatest names of the past 30 years, and we look forward to bringing you the stars of tomorrow. So join with the Canadian music industry as we celebrate the past year's achievements. Tonight, Terry Brown, Véronique Béliveau, Carol Baker, The Crew Cuts, The Diamonds, Art Luboff, Bob Ezrin, David Foster, The Four Lads, Corey Hart, Honeymoon Suite, Tommy Hunter, Paul Hyde, Sherry Kean, Marcel Mass, Rob McConnell and the Boss Brass, Murray McLaughlin, Kim Mitchell, Gil Moore, Anne-Marie Moss, Terry David Mulligan, Parachute Club, Platinum Blonde, Carol Pope, J.D. Roberts, Rough Trade, Rob Schneider, Eddie Schwartz, James Siberry, Scott Smith, Dee Snyder, Samantha Taylor, Diane Tell, and Sylvia Tyson. Flaherty and Andrea Martin.
Thank you. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 10th Annual Juno Awards.
Joe, could you speed it up? The show's running late.
What are you talking about? We just got here, Andrea. We just started, all right? Will you just relax? Take it easy. Now, this is going to be a lot of fun tonight. Enjoy yourself, all right?
That's 10 seconds.
All right, 20 years ago, the Junos started out as the RPM Gold Leaf Awards.
We're losing them.
We're not losing them. We just started. Now, will you kindly take it easy? Calm down. Now, where was I? Oh, 6 years ago, or 6 years later, rather, they became the Junos. And for the past 10 years, they've been a major television event.
We lost them. We lost them. Yep, you see? Do I know my audience? You see, Joe, these people here don't care about the history of the Junos. I mean, not tonight, that is. I think they're only thinking about one thing. Am I gonna win? Am I gonna take home a Juno? Who's going to pay for it? I mean, if we're going to take their precious time, we should at least try to help them get through the anxiety of the evening. There's going to be a lot of tense moments tonight. I know. How about that moment when the 5 nominations are announced and the camera cuts to you in that very tight close-up and stays there forever and ever until finally someone else's name is announced?
Beauty of this year we're on satellite, so all of Canada will be witnessing that moment.
Yes. So I thought tonight maybe we could help you prepare in case you do lose. Just give them a few tips.
Oh, good idea. All right, I know what she's talking about. Now pay attention. This got us through a lot of ACTRA ceremonies.
Yes. Now it's really very, very simple. It's a very simple exercise. It's in 3 parts. When the nominations are called, you're sitting on the edge of your seat. The camera's going to cut to you in a very tight close-up. All right? Someone else's name is going to be announced. So what do? Number 1, you react gracefully. Number 2, you want to show pleasure because one of your peers has been honored. So number 2, register pleasure. And number 3, you want to show enthusiasm because you thought they deserved to win more than you anyway. So number 3, show enthusiasm. everybody. Let's loosen up. Number 1, react. Number 2, show pleasure. Number 3, enthusiasm. Very, very good. Well, you're all very fantastic, and I feel really good about that. I feel we used our time wisely, and good luck to everybody.
All right, good. Now I hope you feel contented and a little bit more comfortable. You can practice that amongst yourselves as the evening goes on. All right. So in the meantime, we're going to bring out our first presenters.
Yes, finally.
Now, the first is a 2-time Juno winner, a singer and composer who has written songs for Pat Benatar, Honeymoon Suite, Helix, Doug and the Slugs.
The second is a much sought-after composer and producer who acts as the man in the control booth for Chicago and the Payolas, Kenny Rogers and Lionel Richie. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Eddie Schwartz and David Foster.
Great composers who write the songs that keep the stars on the charts don't always look for the spotlight themselves.
But our nominees in the next category are all well-known faces because they performed the hit songs for which they're nominated tonight. The nominees for Composer of the Year are Bryan Adams and Jim Vallance, composers Cut Like a Knife, artist Bryan Adams.
Bryan Adams and Eric Cagna, composers Straight from the Heart, artist Bryan Adams.
Billy Bryans, Lori Conger, Lynn Fernie, and Lorraine Segato, Steve Webster, composers.
Corey Hart, composer Sunglasses at Night, the artist is Corey Hart.
Ivan, composer, Safety Dance, artist Men Without Hats.
And the winner is...
Go ahead, Eddie.
Whoops. There we go.
Bryan Adams, Jim Vallance, Cuts Like a Knife. Bryan Adams is the artist.
All right. Now this is one I really wanted to win because Jim and I have written for 6 years together, and I know he's watching the satellite right now in Vancouver. So, Jimmy, we did it, man. Right on. I'd like to thank our families, my mother, and I'm sure his parents as well would be very proud of him right now. So. Thank you very much. God bless.
Well, how are we doing for time?
We're fine, all right? Now, I was just thinking, as a matter of fact, of doing my Robert Mitchum impression.
I don't think so, Joe.
Well, it'll just take 2 seconds, all right?
Well, it's not the time I'm thinking of, Joe. I'm thinking of Robert Mitchum. And if you want to do something, why don't you introduce our first most promising group nominee?
All right, all right. They just finished a 30-city U.S. tour, and their debut album is, well, it's already kind of gone gold. And it's still climbing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mitchum.
please, I know it's Mitchum. Please welcome Honeymoon Suite.
All right.
Did I say to you Thank you. Thank you very much.
And one thing I'd like to say is thank you to all the Canadian fans for voting us for the Juno Awards. I hope you're having a great time.
Well, so far, so good, if we can only keep up this pace.
Well, that's why our next category is Best Video. See, videos are very fast-paced with lots of quick cuts.
Very good. Now, if you don't know who our next presenters are, you haven't had your television on in the last year. Ladies and gentlemen, from CBC's Good Rockin' Tonight and from Canada's Much Music Channel, please welcome Terry David Mulligan and J.D. Roberts.
Well,
We keep going around in circles,
as you both know, as you all know,
as you and I both know.
making a hit video is just as important now as making a hit single. And sometimes it's even harder to do.
Exactly, TD. Videos are miniature works of art. And behind them, a whole new industry is just taking shape. The nominees for Best Video of 1984 are...
Doesn't really matter. Platinum Blonde, Rob Quartley, producer.
I Want You Back, Sherry Kean, Rob Quartley, producer.
Rise Up, Parachute Club, Rob Fresco, producer.
Standing in the Dark, Platinum Blonde, Rob Quartley, producer.
And Sunglasses at Night, Corey Hart. Guess what? Rob Quartley is the producer.
And the winner for the first ever Video Juno Award is... Champagne Pictures, Rob Quartley, Corey Hart, Sunglasses at Night!
If I would say anything, it's certainly a great honor to be standing up here with Corey, and more than anything, the people behind Champagne Pictures that have really made everything possible for us to be working with artists like Corey Hart. Thank you very much.
I just want to say that I was real uptight about doing my first video because I'd never done one before, and this guy, I call him the idol maker because he did wonders with me, and it was a real pleasure to work with him, and thank God we got much music now. Thank you.
All right, here to present our next award are two legendary record producers. The first started as the Whiz Kid producer for Alice Cooper and graduated to Kiss, Pink Floyd, and Roberta Flack.
The second is one of the giants of Canadian music. He has produced for a huge number of Canadian acts, including Rush, Max Webster, and Rough Trade. Would you please welcome Bob Ezrin and Terry Brown.
It's my humble and completely objective opinion that the producer is the single most important element in the recording process. Sure, the artists sing, they write songs, they wear funny clothes, but tell me something, can they listen to a mix while talking on the phone?
You're right, Bob. Can they say, great, but let's do it all over again? Or can they order lunch? I mean, it's not that we're hungry for power.
No, it isn't. It's more like we were born to it.
At any rate, the nominees for Producer of the Year are
Bryan Adams, producer of Cuts Like a Knife, the artist Bryan Adams.
Artist Bruce Coben.
Dal Bello, producer, Who Man Forces by Dal Bello.
I'm gonna get closer, yeah.
Danny Lenoir, producer, Parachute Club, artist, Parachute Club.
Dave Tyson, producer, Stand Back, the artist of The Arrows.
And the winner is...
Let's take a look at this. Okay, whoops. The winner is Bryan Adams, Cuts Like a Knife, artist Bryan Adams.
Thank you very much. This is a very unexpected thing. Being an artist myself and being a producer is a difficult task to take on because you lose objectivity and it's difficult to be objective sometimes when you're being so close to your own music. But there are two very important people I have to thank that are very integral to me winning this award tonight. The first person is Jim Valance, who helps me arrange and write the songs. And the second is my engineer and co-producer, Mr. Bob Clearmountain. I want to thank the industry for voting for me. I appreciate this very much. Thank you.
All right, now we've come to the point where we read the vote rules and regulations that govern tonight's awards. And so tonight, what I'm going to do for you is I'm just going to read the highlights from the vote regulations. Then I'm going to introduce Mr. Michael Lauper from the accounting firm of Thorne Riddell. So first, I'll read the highlights. All right. Now, from the accounting firm of Thorne and Riddell, Mr. Michael Lauper. All right, I read it and introduced him, so you can't complain. Okay. All right, now our first nominee in tonight's most promising female category. She's one of the hottest names in Quebec music industry, and she's won 6 Felix Awards, the Quebecois Junos, in the last 4 years. Would you welcome, please, Diane Tell.
Qu'il existe quelque part, debout entre des milliards, Shaquille de meilleur savoir. La 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 la. Wow, wow. La 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 la.
Thanks for nominating me this year for the Juno Awards 1984. I'm sorry I can't be with you tonight, but I feel really honored that you were thinking of me.
Ladies and gentlemen, television personalities, Edith Prickly and Count Floyd.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, boy. Woo! Well, Edith, look at all those musicians out there.
Yeah. Last time I was under one roof with this many musicians, it was room 202 at Dino's Park and Snooze Motel. Keep it down, Floyd. These people want to sleep.
All right, okay. Seriously, though, Edith, we're proud to be hosting this segment of the show.
Yeah.
And look at this, what splendiferous surroundings. Cast your eyes around. Have you ever seen such a beautiful set?
Well, thank you, Floyd. Only 3 hours a week at Nautilus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10.
Knock it off. No, really. I'm talking about the stage, the lights. Isn't this great?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Let me ask you something, though, Floyd. Why would they ask a guy like you to host a music show?
Hey, wait a minute. Are you kidding? Look, music is in my blood.
Yeah?
What? Well, I've got musician's blood in my system somewhere. As a matter of fact, one night I put a bite on Julio Iglesias.
Yeah.
When I was through with him, he looked like Edgar Winter. You know, look at... Well, Edith.
Well, that's about it then, is it?
Yep, you can bail me out now.
Yeah, I think you bailed yourself out. Huh! No wonder that album of yours bombed, Floyd.
Hey, take it easy with that album.
Anyway, here's a performer who's had no trouble with his albums. He's got talent. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome last year's winner in the children's music category, Bob Schneider.
Dennis was a dancer. He could break and he could lie. Always in motion. He could spin and he could fly. Every morning in the schoolyard, all the kids would gather round, tapping their feet, clapping their hands, making any kind of sound when they were singing. Dance, dance, Dennis, dance. Dance, dance, Dennis, dance. Sleep at night. He would dance when he was playing ball. Anytime, anywhere, any place at all. Come on.
Tell a story about Dennis. He never made trouble and he never was a man. Dennis used to dance in the playground, and all the boys and girls used to gather around. Used to do things right before your eyes, make your heart skip a beat and make your blood pressure rise. Used to hypnotize, Joe surprise, steal all the girls from all the guys. Everybody say Dennis, Dennis, Dennis.
He was always so appealing. Can't remember the time what Dennis was revealing when his body came alive. He was almost like a thunder, come crashing from the sky. And the couple went wild just watching that child, and they never even had a try. And they were singing, dance, dance, Dennis, dance, dance, Dennis, dance, dance. Let's go.
wonder he won. He had all those cute little kids working with him.
Well, how do you explain our next two presenters? She's had 14 #1 singles on the country charts and picked up 3 Junos. His albums have bridged the gap between country and rock and won him a total of 8 Junos.
That's what I should have done. Cut a country album. You know, those people aren't fickle. They stick with you.
Yeah, they're not deaf either. All right.
You're gonna get it.
Oh, yeah, I hope I do. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Carol Baker and Murray McLaughlin.
Thank you. If you like country music, you're not alone. There are more than 150 full and part-time country music radio stations in Canada.
There are literally hundreds of country music clubs that keep our next 7 nominees busy all year. The nominees for Country Group of the Year are...
When it comes to you, I like the Hanford. I forget those things that I learned in school. I get so horned up, I just can't play it cool.
The Family Brown.
The Mercy Brothers.
Once you're in love, you think you're walking on air. Once you're in love, you feel a little bit lighter. Once you're in love, life has been
We may be backwards, but the Good Brothers.
I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. Rain, rain, go away.
And Prairie Oysters.
Come back another day. Ain't got a penny, ain't getting paid. Love until the rain goes away.
And the winner is...
Yay, open it up.
I gotta open it and you read it.
I don't have
God.
the fingernails. You do,
I'm so
obviously.
damn nervous.
The Good Brothers.
When I sat down at 14, she was sitting next to me. That's when I reclaimed my LAX. Now we'll stand by each other, and here's the reason why.
Geez, these things are getting shorter. I wonder if they cost the same. Well, I don't know what to say. I know on behalf of my brothers, Brian and Larry, there are a few thank yous to be made. Our management, Prez management, namely John Graham and Reed Bailey. Our band, Steve Cooley, Mike Love, and Mike Skinner, the newest member, and Peter Davidson. Gee, this is the first time I've been up here alone. It's nerve-wracking. Once again, I thank you all very, very much. Steve Propass, thank you for your advice over the past few months. We've gone through some changes and we've needed it very much. Neil Dixon and the memory of Solid Gold Records, thank you very much.
All right, to present our next 2 awards are 2 high-profile jazz personalities. He's known to jazz musicians and fans as the impresario at New York City at the Village Gate. You know the place, home to the stars of jazz comedy.
And she has sung with the likes of Count Basie, Maynard Ferguson, and Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross. Please welcome Art Lugoff and Anne-Marie Moss.
Canada's instrumental players communicate without words, in a language understood everywhere, and they do it so well that they have become our musical ambassadors to the world.
The nominees for the Instrumental Artist of the Year are Leona Boyd, the Canadian Brass,
Haggard Hardy,
Frank Mills,
the Spitfire Band,
Haggard Hardy,
Frank Mills, Leona Boyd.
I feel very deeply honored tonight that you've chosen me to accept this award again. And I would like to accept this on behalf of all the many musicians across Canada who sometimes their efforts are not always recognized, but who have also dedicated their lives to that beautiful, magical thing we all love called music. I'd especially like to thank my record company, CBS Records, Bernie DiMatteo and Norman Miller, my manager, Bernie Fiedler. Special thanks to my parents for all the support they've given me. And to all the many people, my audiences, my faithful audiences across Canada who have bought my records and enjoyed my concerts. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
Jazz is music for the head and music for the body. Tonight's nominees are a fine mixture of the visionaries and the foot stompers. The nominees for the Best Jazz Album of the Year are Bye Bye Baby, Ed Bickert. A New Look, Doug Hamilton, The Brass Connection. The Lion's Eyes, Steve Holt. Indian Summer, Fraser McPherson. All in Good Time, Rob McConnell, The Boss Brass. And the winner is Rob McConnell and the Boss Brass, All in Good Time.
Thank you very much. I feel like a dinosaur at this do. But anyway, I would like to thank 21 gentlemen, friends, members of the Boss Brass. I'd like to thank Karis very much. I'd like to thank our engineer, Phil Sheridan, and his record company, Innovation Records. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Lyman Potts for recording our first album in 1968. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Well, our second nominee for Most Promising Vocalist has in 1 year as a solo performer catapulted herself into the pop mainstream.
She didn't get hurt, did she?
No, it's just an expression. You know, she was in the rock underground and then she got into the pop mainstream via the catapult.
What? You mean I've been coming on to every producer tonight and all I needed was a good catapult?
Well, I think you need more than that, Edith. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here she is. Let's welcome her, Jane Siberry.
There's a lot of maps out there. Also the marbles in the clearing, they click and break like toy lightning on the powder. But I hear a funny sound, so I look up and I look around, and the pines that surround make a humming sound, and they go, sad with glass. My steps take me carefully along the path. stripe and tie. I said a single stripe in time. I mean, I said there's a... But I wasn't really kneeling in a clearing playing with marbles. I was at a lonely intersection in the middle of nowhere, and I was waiting for the red light to change, but it never changed, so I got out of my car, and I stood there and I listened. And I ran back to my car and I slammed the door to shut them out. I slammed the door to shut them out. I slammed the door to shut them out. Thank you.
Right back with Sylvia Tyson, Tommy Hunter, and Platinum Blonde as the 84 Juno Awards continue.
All right, we've got a real hot singer coming up. She was recently given the Quebec music industry's top award for Pop Album of the Year.
Nominated tonight for Most Promising Female Vocalist, here is La Fille du Radio-Canada, Véronique Béliveau.
J'ai le cœur entre Chicago et la Tour Eiffel. Et j'ai dans la tête des millions de watts et de décibels. Quand j'ai envie que ça clique, je me range en stéréo sur ma radio et ma musique. Le rock, ça m'excite. Mon cœur bat de plus en plus vite. Ça m'excite. Ouh, c'est comme un choc électrique.
I'd been a rock singer. Yeah, I got the name all picked out. You've heard of Gladys Knight and the Pips, haven't you?
Yeah?
How about Edith Prickly and the...
Oh, wait a minute. Take it easy. We're on prime time here, you maniac. All right. Whoa!
Oh!
All right, take it easy. Okay,
I'm excited.
we're going to introduce now our Hall of Fame Award presenter. Yeah. And this guy's really scary, believe me. He's the president of CARAS.
That's right, that's the Canadian Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences.
Yes, and he's none other than Mr. Peter Steinmetz.
All right.
Each year, the Canadian Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences recognizes extraordinary achievement in the industry by entering new names onto the roster of the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. And this year, we have a bumper crop of 12 in 3 groups of 4.
Our first entries, the Crew Cuts, came by their names honestly. They were choir boys together at St. Michael's Choir School in Toronto, where hair length was as strictly monitored as it is in the Navy. When they first combined church harmonies with street music, nobody had ever heard of rock and roll, but the world caught up with them in 1954, and they scored with their first million seller.
Oh, life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise from above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again. Shaboom.
Another million seller, Moments to Remember, sent our second batch of choir boys, the Four Lads, on to stardom. They followed it quickly with their biggest of 10 successive hits, the Girl Watchers anthem of the 1950s. Standing on the corner, watching all the girls go by. Brother, you don't know an extra occupation. Matter of fact, neither do I. And standing on the corner, watching all the girls, watching all the girls, watching all the girls go by. The Diamonds were from Toronto as well. 4 clean-cut guys with even cleaner harmonies. But they were a little different. They set themselves apart from the competition by adding a little ham bone to the musical stew.
That my lover was just for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on the stage for the first time ever, the Crew Cuts, the Four Lads, and the Diamonds.
Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Standing on the corner, watching all the girls go by. You're always standing on the corner, watching all the girls, watching all the girls, watching all the girls go by.
Was absolutely fantastic. Now, in case any of you are wondering where Count Floyd went, he was kind of miffed they didn't invite him to be on the Hall of Fame. He's probably out sulking in the parking lot. Boy, if I'd known that would get rid of him, we would have moved the Hall of Fame segment right at the top of the show. Anyway, to present our next awards are two fantastic singers. She started out in folk and went to country. He started out in country and he's one of the nicest folks I know. You see, the country and the... Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, they've given us 20 years of great music. Please welcome Sylvia Tyson and Tommy Hunter.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, like all music, country music is a form of expressing one's feelings. Whether it has to do with feeling heartache because you fell in love with someone you shouldn't have, or feeling terrific because you fell in love with someone you shouldn't have.
I don't know, that's the voice of experience, I won't ask. The men in our next category have given us plenty of both over the last year. The nominees for Country Male Vocalist of the Year are...
You're my best friend, you're my lover. If you're the one thing I have to cover, the closest thing to you has gotta be me. You know,
Dick Dameron.
Being mine, you don't need his kind of love no more.
Murray McLaughlin.
Not a bit at all.
Ian Tyson.
he's out on the streets.
Diamond Joe White.
Just like him. His first journey spent far from home.
And the winner is... I almost got it here. Murray McLaughlin.
I'm a railroad man. Got steel rails on my mind. Got this engine in my blood. Got to get on down the line. Listen for my whistle and see my headlights shine. Got to grab on to that Johnson fire.
Oh, I had all kinds of cute things to say. One of them was which probably rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated, but I don't know, I just like to say thank you very much. I really appreciate this, and I honestly didn't expect it, and I really love Ian's record, and I love everybody's work who was represented here. I'm just delighted to have this. Thank you very much.
You know, late at night driving alone down a highway, it's always nice to turn on the radio and hear a song from any of our next set of nominees. Together they represent Canadian country music at its best. The nominees for Country Female Vocalist of the Year are Carol Baker.
I believe that I belong by your side, right or wrong. You can come.
Marie Bottrell. Kalita Haberlin.
So far away when you need it close. But I've been alone too long.
Susan Jacks.
I feel a tall, dark stranger coming on. Oh, me.
And Miss Anne Murray.
Shines into the window. Let your love hold me. We can orchestrate love scenario with the radio.
And the winner is Anne Murray. There's nobody, so I'll accept it. Is that what you're saying, Steve? All right. I know Anne is very, very proud of this. And congratulations, Anne. And I'll take it home, and you can give me a call, and I'll personally deliver it to you. Thank you. Good night.
They've got a platinum album, 3 hit singles, and they're our next nominees for Most Promising Group. Ladies and gentlemen, Platinum Blonde.
I found your picture hanging on the back of my door. Won't give you my heart. No one lives there anymore. You said we're lovers. We could never be friends. The fascination ends. Here we go again. Oh, 'cause it's hard inside when you're coming home. 'Cause it's hard inside. Is it not enough? I'm not in love. I'm not in love. I'm not in love. I'm not in love. Could it be that time has taken its soul? We'll take it so far. I am in control. You said we're lovers. We could never be friends. The fascination ends. Here we go again. Oh, 'cause it's hard inside when you're coming home. 'Cause it's hard inside. Is it that enough? I'm not in love. I'm not in love. I'm not in love. I'm not in love. Oh yeah. I'm not in love. Oh, I'm not in love. Oh no, I'm not in love. I'm in
Coming up, Rob McConnell and the Boss Brass and Sherry Kean as the 84 Juno Awards return live from Toronto.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the top brass of the Canadian jazz scene, Rob McConnell and the Boss Brass.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cyprus's #1 recording star, Sting Stereopoulos, and with him, Canada's newest rock sensation, Blanche Ray Kellogg.
Hey, baby, what's happening?
Hello?
Boy, I'll tell you, I'm glad I got out of the car rental business, that's for sure. Boy, I got into this rock music stuff, and this is where it's happening. This is where it's at, you know? With the groupies, and the limos, and the cash, and the... baby, what's your story, huh? How did you get into this high-paying music rock stuff?
Once upon a time, there was a girl who had a dream, and that dream was to play guitar in a rock band. So she took lessons and worked hard, and finally she got herself a band. And that girl was my sister, and she felt sorry for me, so she let me be in it.
That's nice, that's nice. So what do you call yourselves?
Frankie Goes to Halifax.
Right. I can dig it. I can dig it all right. Boy, I bet you pulling the bucks with that one, huh?
That is correct, Sting.
I'll tell you, I can really dig that. You know, anything that makes the bucks, that's where it's at. Hey, baby, what's a happening? What's a shaking, huh? How'd you like to get stung by Sting?
That is correct. Sting will sting you hard.
All right, enough of this stuff. I want to get on with these award presentations so we can get to the big party afterwards.
That is correct. There'll be liquor in a deli tray.
Yeah, that's cool. I can dig it. A liquor and deli tray and lots of groupies. Oh, those groupies. Anyway, so now this sure beats the car rental business. I'll tell you that from the bottom of my heart. Okay, you know, music has made stars of Canadians from Sweden to Japan. In fact, there's a couple of you guys over in Cyprus right now. They're doing pretty good, I might say. So we reciprocate by awarding Junos to non-Canadians who've made an impact on the business. So, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to announce for International Single of the Year, this year's Juno goes to...
Michael Jackson for Billie Jean.
Michael Jackson for Billie Jean. That's right. Boy, I bet he's making the bucks with that one, huh?
Yes, I think he is.
Oh, no.
And for the winner for International Album of the Year is, oh, dear. Ooh, there.
Boy, I tell you, on Cyprus, we do the same thing with the Schmitzo Awards.
Right.
We get it all messed up like this.
Oh. Synchronicity, The Police.
Synchronicity, all right. All right, our next nominee for the most promising female vocalist, I'll tell you, she's terrific. I was listening to her yesterday in rehearsal, and boy, her music has a poetry, a passion, an intellect.
Plus, it sounds good too, Sting.
Right, thanks for the input, baby. You're doing good.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you, and I'm telling you, she's making the cash right now, I bet. None other than my favorite singer, Miss Sherry Kean.
I think we made a mistake. Sherry Kean is not with us right now, but I believe we should bring out a really great musical performer and a really good friend of mine too, Miss Carol Pope, and a really great performer also, Kim Mitchell. Let's bring them out.
Sounds to most people like an award for beginners.
What they don't realize is these guys have already put hundreds of hours on the road in the recording studio, hunched over their instruments, writing songs, and losing their hair like myself.
Our nominees tonight for Most Promising Male Vocalist of the Year are...
LaBarge.
13 years of exploitation to be an overnight sensation.
Johnny Loveson.
Nash the Slash.
Tim Ryan.
Zappa Costa. And the winner is...
The winner is Zappa Costa.
You're gonna have to give me a minute. I want to suck this in real good. You know, I always wondered what it'd be like to walk up here and accept an award. So now I know. It feels wonderful. I'd like to thank Karis very much. The record company Capitol. Especially like to thank Dean Cameron for sticking behind me all these years. Dave Evans, Ole, Peter, Bones, everybody, thank you very much. Sonny, I'd like to thank Sonny, Carly, my folks, most of all my manager, Mr. Lou Blair, and everybody that works in the office are wonderful people, and Brian, you are absolutely right. Thanks, Mr. Bruce Allen. Thank you, everybody.
The Academy doesn't tell anybody this, but to be nominated in our next category, you have to know what it's like to work 340 out of 365 days in a year and play both Halifax and Vancouver, preferably in the same weekend. These are stiff requirements, but oddly enough, all our nominees fulfill them. The nominees for Male Vocalist of the Year are Bryan Adams, Bruce Coburn, Corey Hart, Gordon Lightfoot,
I've been all around the town, still I do not understand. And we sang and we
Stan Rogers,
I'll go to see no more.
and the winner is, oh my God, Bryan Adams.
Thank you very much. I wasn't here last year to accept the last year's award. I was somewhere in the Dakotas. Sorry about that, but you know, it's the road. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I've had a lot of people believe in me. And I want to thank my manager, Bruce Allen. Yeah, Bruce, thanks. And Jim Valance again for sticking by me, and my folks, especially everybody on the public that bought my album, and the radio stations that played my record. Everybody, thank you very much.
All right. Boy, he's doing good, isn't he? He's doing all right. Okay, now, I promised her before, this time, you're gonna get it. It's Sherry Kean.
my band. I spent a long time waiting. What kind of love is that? So I go find a new one. Then I hear the things you do. What's this bitter feeling when I see that girl with you?
With the Parachute Club, Gilmore from Triumph, and Schneider from Twisted Sister.
All right, welcome back. Blanche had to leave. She had to get over to the opening of her brother's leather goods store, Whips of All Nations. But she's going to be sorry she left, because now we're going to tell you who won the best classical album, the best album graphics, the best children's album, and the best comedy album, which were announced earlier today. And now, here they are. Best comedy album, Bob and Dog, Mackenzie. The best classical album, Glenn Gould. The best record engineer, John Naston. The best album graphics, The Nylons. And the best children's is The Rugrats. The Rugrats. All right. Now our next nominees for Most Promising Group. They have a top 10 single and another head in that direction. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome please, Parachute Club.
Shadow, you were dancing at the feet of the moon. I tried to call you, but you went and disappeared. You were covering the night. I reached out to hold you back. The promise of passion. I saw your shadow, you were dancing at the feet of the moon. Laughter ringing out between the waves and she lied. Am I your secret 1,000 voices carved in song? We have desire to follow for the future. Need Sha-da-ba-boom-ba-doo-yeah, 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 sha-da-ba-boom-ba-doo-yeah. Feel the moon, sha-da-ba-boom-ba-doo-yeah. You smiled, yeah, your eyes were bright. At the feet of the moon, I saw you dancing, yeah. You were holding me high. I saw your shadow, you dancing at the feet of the moon.
All right, now to present our next award are two of the most celebrated rockers in the business. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Smith from Loverboy and from Paola's Paul Hyde.
You know, I think this category is definitely the most competitive of the evening. And in a way, it's also kind of fickle, too, because in the past, some of the groups that have won the award have had sort of less than their share of good luck. That hasn't been the case with you guys, though.
No, it's been great. And there's a lot of good groups nominated this year, so I'm not going to fart about and read the cue cards. We're just going to get on with it. So, the nominees.
The nominees for Most Promising Group this year are Honeymoon Suite, Men Without Hats,
The Nylons.
The Parachute Club,
You take that one. The Platinum Blonde. And the winner is... Da, 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 da.
Tension.
Yeah, it's very important.
Parachute Club.
Thank you very much, everyone. I guess we'd like to thank Jerry Young and Current Records and RCA Canada took care of us, Joe Fodor, the radio programmers who gave us a chance, and all the people in the country who came out to our shows. Thank you.
We made one promise when we put this group together, and that was to play music that came from our heart. So we thank you all for the vote of confidence.
With 1 platinum and 3 gold records to their credit, our next performers are some of the most consistent hit makers in Canada. Would you please welcome Rough Trade?
Through us on the line. How far can you push it on the line? There will be no winners on the line. When cannons are silenced in the combat zone, real life or in your mind, I won't be complacent or lose my will to survive. Everything hangs in balance on the line. All eyes turn towards us on the line. How far can you push it on the line? Everything hangs in balance on the line.
Okay.
How's it going so far?
Wearing down. Anybody wearing down yet?
All right, just a few more minutes to go. Let's keep it rolling. Joey?
Okay, she's Canada's only female VJ and host of CBC's afternoon video show, Video Hits.
And his debut album has already been certified platinum and has hit the Billboard Top 10. Here to present our next two awards are Samantha Taylor and Corey Hart.
For our next categories, keep in mind that most of the women nominated tonight as Female Vocalist of the Year were once winners in our next category.
The nominees for the most promising female vocalist of the year are
Véronique Béliveau,
Sherry Kean,
Anne Mortefi,
James Siberry,
and Diane.
and the winner is Sherry Kean.
I'd like to thank. I'd like to thank my record company, Capitol Records, for being very supportive and patient with me. I'd like to thank my husband and partner, David Baxter, and mainly I'd like to thank my son, Sergi Deming, and I'd like to thank all my fans and all the supportive families. Thank you very much.
I have to read this. And look how promise pays off. The 5 singers up for our next award have a total of 29 Junos between them. Tonight's nominees for Female Vocalist of the Year are Del Bello,
I'm gonna get close to you.
Siberry. Carol Pope. Sherry Ulrich. And Holly Woods. And the winner is... Hold on a sec. Carol Pope. Where's she?
Thank you. I really don't deserve this. I want to share this with everybody else who is nominated, because I know they've all worked their butts off just as much as I have. I guess I'd like to thank CBS and True North Records and my creator, Max Factor. Thank you. Bye.
I say it or you?
Yes, you.
All right. To present our next awards, we have two of the hardest working singers in the business. The first place drums for a band that played to more than 1 million people in Canada and the United States last year.
The second is currently on a cross-continental rampage, blowing the roofs off halls from Florida to Alaska. Would you please welcome Gil Moore from Triumph and Twisted Sister Dee Snider.
Dee and I were very pleased that we were asked to present the award for Group of the Year. We feel that, speaking as rock and roll musicians, it's perhaps the most prestigious award of the evening. We did have a little discussion backstage, however. We noted that Triumph and Twisted Sister have never been awarded Group of the Year. We've never been nominated Group of the Year. But, of course, this doesn't bother us a bit.
No.
Doesn't bother me. Does it bother you? See?
I'm not bothered one bit. Not one bit. We're not bothered. Even we're bothered. You think that we let this color our presentation to these award winners? You think that we're such petty individuals that we allow the fact that we've never won a Juno Award of any kind to allow us to color our presentation to these nominees? No, we wouldn't. The nominees for Group of the Year are as follows.
Chilliwack.
Loverboy.
Paolas.
Comes from above. Where is this love?
Red Rider.
Rush.
And the winner is... So much easier when Johnny Carson does them.
Yeah, right. Where's Karnak when you need him?
Loverboy!
All right, thank you very much. The other four guys are back in Vancouver working hard on the fourth album, and they send their regards. I'd like to thank our managers, Lou Blair and Bruce Allen, first of all. They're terrific, and they've really helped us a lot in the last 4 or 5 years. We've got a great organization, and they, believe me, they do much more than what's required of them. On the road, there's a guy named Doug Grover who really helps out the band a lot and gets us out of trouble and stuff. And at home, we've got a girl named Crystal Harbage who is also doing tremendously for us. I just want to thank everybody who made this possible for the band, and thank my wife Donna and my son Spencer, who make it all worthwhile for me personally. Keep rocking. God bless you.
At this time, I'd just like to say that as I look around the room and I see how all of you have dressed, I feel more than a little embarrassed about the way I came here tonight. If I'd known it was a costume party, I would have dressed differently. Now, the nominees for Single of the Year are Cuts Like a Knife, Bryan Adams. Cuts like a knife. Rise Up, Parachute Club. Safety Dance, Men Without Hats. And Straight from the Heart, Bryan Adams. Sunglasses at Night, Corey Hart. And the winner is Rise Up, Parachute Club.
The woman who wrote the lyrics to Rise Up.
Thank you. We're enjoying TV back there. We didn't expect this.
Who else do we thank?
We would like to thank, because we thanked everybody who worked with us, we'd like to thank the men and the women who are working around the world for peace, because they've inspired us and the music that we create, and the audiences that have been so warm, supportive, and inspirational for us as well. And all of you. Thanks.
Thank you.
And our families and our friends.
All right, our next presenter holds the federal responsibility for all cultural activity in Canada. Here is the Minister of Communications, Marcel Mass.
Putting together anywhere from 6 to a dozen songs in a cohesive package is the supreme achievement in the recording industry. Tonight, nominees for Album of the Year are Cuts Like a Knife, Bryan Adams. Grace Under Pressure, Rush. Hammer on a Drum, Violas. Keep It Up, Loverboy. Neruda, Red River. And the winner is Cuts Like a Knife.
Boys in the band.
Cuts Like a Knife was a very special song to write, and it was a special album to make. It was a special year to go out on the road with these guys, and we worked really hard. I want to thank my record company, A&M Records, for doing a damn good job. Get out of your throat. Okay. I want to thank, individually, especially Michael Godin, Jerry LaCourcier, Charlie Miner, Gil Friesen from A&M, all the bands we toured with last year that helped us to have a top 10 record in America and a top 10 record in Canada. We're proud Canadians, really proud Canadians, and we're going everywhere. We're waving our flag. We're coming across Canada in January, and we'll hope to see you all there. Meantime, God bless, and thank you very, very much.
That's the Juno Awards for 1984. Congratulations to all our winners, and to those of you who didn't win, if I were you, I'd demand a recount.
All right, on behalf of the Canadian Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences and everyone here, good night, everybody!
Good night!